Alright, welcome back guys. We've got my Dimension Predator run from this month. If you can do it on free rune removal, I would heavily advise doing it on free rune removal because I was able to switch the runes around to, I think, get the best possible team, and it just makes it easier to clear it. So I did it this morning, put some weird stuff on Colleen. I'm going to take it off later today, and then I'm going to post this video hopefully today so people can do what I did and hopefully get it done during free rune removal. But we pre-recorded it. That way I can pause, I can speed up for things that are slow. I really think this is the optimal team. And, I mean, it's not like I came up with it. I looked at the replays, right? I'm not sure about my target selection, and I think that might be my one mistake where I don't really know what I'm doing target selection-wise. I just kind of get lucky via runes, because maybe the Miho isn't the best target. I was kind of thinking maybe the Rahul, I think is the name, the Dark Beast Monk, might be the best target, but I kind of just went random. These counterattacks are, I was like, man, it's gonna fail me, but it ended up being okay, just probably because I had a little bit more tankiness than I should have, so that was kind of nice. So let's speed it up a little bit. We'll go 2 speed, because, you know, we know how this goes. My Verd, I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna fail with that Verd so low, but, you know, you don't quit out till you've actually failed. I've got a healer, so you never know. Verd can heal himself a little bit, and the little bit is actually quite a bit in this dungeon. Like, I was surprised how much his healing does. Baeliger, use the 3rd skill every time because it doesn't carry over on the waves. I think it might carry over on the boss, which is kind of interesting. Okay, so for the mini-bosses, you know how it goes. It's the same as the other one. You need to bring them both low and then kill them both. Baeliger does a really good job of this. The only concern is getting him to 5 stacks. What's nice about him is if you mess up and kill one of the side bosses, you get stacks, right? I don't think I had that issue, but it's kind of a nice little feature of Baeliger. The other options I was thinking about using would be Brandia. I think what might be nice about Brandia, she has a defense break on her skill 1, so you don't have to rely solely on Rauk. But her only AoEs are skill 2, which is not quite, doesn't hit as hard as her skill 3, so something to keep in mind. The other thing that can happen is the Rauk can take too many turns and ruin your plan, so you almost have to put Rauk on the more healthy monster. Look at that. Oh my gosh. The team up is really, really nice. You can use it anytime you want. It doesn't do enough damage to matter because they have reduction from team up. But what you do want to do is use it to refresh skills and get turns from Verd. So the team up is kind of like a turn cycling kind of a thing. So I would recommend using the team up pretty much whenever you can if it's safe. Nothing can go bad from the team up, really. Okay, we're getting low, so I'm like, oh man, are we going to be able to time this out? Look at my Baeliger at 4 stacks. I'm like, oh man. Get a little bit. Oh, we got to go with the Rauk. We're so close. But look at the attack bars. I think I'm in good shape here. He shields up, which is really, really nice. Well, it would have been nice if the Veligil went, right? Because I could have done 2nd skill and probably not broken the shield. 1st skill might have stripped the shield, so that's a bit of a worry. But then I just gave Baeliger's 3rd here, and that's all she wrote. All right, on to the next wave. I think you got to kill the Tian Lang first because you've got the Verd and the Veligil, and you don't want to not get maximum value from those skills. So I think the Tian Lang is the target. I feel like my target selection here was correct. He's also a defense break and a stunner, and, you know, he's problems, so I say kill him. We did it! And then from here, I don't think it really matters. These aren't real Vigors. These aren't scary Vigors like we see in RTA. So you can let them hang out for a while if you want. The Dark Ammons, Dark Bearman, they're pretty good targets because the Verd hits them nice. So you could kill them or you could save them. I don't know. I don't think it matters too much. Once you get the Tian Lang down, you're pretty good shape. We're teaming up to refresh our skills. And now we're just kind of chilling, trying to make sure all our skills are up when we get to the boss, right? No point in saving a skill 3. And rolling along. Alright, so here's where Veligil rules. Endless Pain. It was such a pain last month, comparatively, when I didn't use Veligil. This month, no big deal. Veligil's like, yeah, I don't care. It's not endless. It doesn't matter. I'm Veligil. I'm awesome. And Veligil is awesome. Like, every time Veligil does something, like, unique and awesome in the game, I am even happier to have summoned him recently. Like, I wanted him for so long, and getting him and him doing things that no one else can do is just, it's fantastic. The Baeliger skill 1's pretty nice, and everybody's hitting really, really hard here, which is awesome. I guess I'm saying awesome a lot. I feel like I'm saying awesome quite a bit. I'll have to change that up. It is great. It is splendid. It is wonderful. We trigger the counter, the plus 15 counter. His target makes it so it doesn't really matter. You generally want to watch that counter and make sure if you're about to flip it to 15 that you know exactly if you can survive it, because if you can't survive it, your run's over. I felt like I was healthy enough, so I went ahead and did it. And all my monsters are doing damage, so I don't really want to use them to target the side crystals because they're all contributing to the kill. So might as well, right? Don't even team up there. Just get him down and move on to the kill yourself phase. All right, so target here. I think Bird's the obvious target. He's going to take more turns if he gets a chance to go. But these little mini guys never really seem to be a problem. You can kill them within 20 skills. Like, really, you should use these mini guys as a time to refresh your skills, really. Like, see, I don't immunity, because what do I care against these guys for immunity? Not at all, right? We'll team up, and that finishes it. The team up's really, really efficient, because it counts as one turn, and it just does horrible, horrible things to them. So here, I'm so far ahead on turns, there's no point using skill 3. I'm not even sweating it, right? I know I'm going to get him. I've got so many turns. We team up, and it's done. Team up, super great. All right, back to the boss. Get defense break. So important, so important. Like, if I didn't get defense break, it makes everything way harder. All right, now we're going to do that just for the attack. Baileygr takes a ton of his health. And now we got Sanctuary. We're feeling great. Verd doing a lot of damage, which is nice. Team up. Maybe. No. I was a little bit worried about it taking too many turns, so I decided not to team up that time. Colleen, the attack break is nice. And we killed this guy, or it's almost over. We're killing this guy so fast. He uses Endless Pain on a full immunity team. Perfect. Let's go kill ourselves again. A little bit different this time, Rauk and Baileygr versus we had Verd and Vela last time, which I think is indicative of a nicely constructed team. If we get 4 of the 5 monsters picked as most damage dealers, that means everybody's doing their part. Rauk is by far the biggest target here, right? He can just take infinite turns, so we got to kill him. Get the defense break on our second try, thank goodness. And now we're just nuking him down. I mean, we have 20 turns to do this. It took 7 for Rauk. We've got 13 for Bale, so we might as well just hang out. We don't even heal there. We don't even get attack buff there. We're just chilling. We know we're good. Team up? Sure, why not? All right, we go back into the final boss stage on full skills, full stacks on Bale. We are hoping to get a nice full Bale off. Based on the turn order, I don't see why we wouldn't. We'll Colleen into Bale, and we got the defense break, which is obviously very good. Really want those defense breaks. I decided not to team up again, just because I'm worried it might count as more than one turn, and I think it does. I think it counts total hits, so I don't think the value from defense or from team up is as high there. So I didn't do it. All right, let's apocalypse this guy. Bam! Where's your health? And so here I'm like cocky, right? I'm like, who needs immunity? Villagewell's a nuker. I don't even care. Like, we're just gonna nuke this guy down because look, I've only hit him 6 times. So, so Baileygr, it must not count individual skills from Baileygr, because it should have hit him a lot more, right? Unless I'm missing something. I mean, we hit him with 8. Nuke him down. Alright, so that was fun. It's nice to kind of have people find the team, and then you rune the team up with your best runes on free rune removal, and then you knock it out one and done, right? Free rune removal is going to be my day to do this every month. I'm assuming it'll line up. Like, I don't mind waiting 2 weeks if it's waiting for free rune removal, right? The goal is to save Dimensional Hole Energy. Dimensional Hole Energy is the most precious resource in the game. Reap's pretty good too. I don't know. It's somewhere in the Reap category. I mean, it's great. Alright, so here are the rune selections. Let's talk about them real quick. What's nice about this month is I feel like there is some discussion. Last month, I feel like it was the Nemesis rune, no doubt. Anyone that picked not the Nemesis rune was gambling a little bit, which is fine. You can gamble, but how much do you trust a triple speed roll or a quad speed roll? For me, having played for forever, I trust it 0. I've gotten 1 quad speed roll ever, so I never trust the quad speed. What I want from this is to save resources and be efficient, which means I don't want to use a reap. I do not want to use a reap. Those resources are super valuable. They need to be put on other things that are important. Now, if there was a really nice reap target here, I'd feel more comfortable about having to use a reap. Like, let's say there was an HP will slot 4 or 6. The stats don't even matter. I mean, you know they're going to be nice, but it could have no speed, and it would be a tempting selection because it's a fantastic reap target. The attack slot 6 is probably the best reap target amongst these, the Nemesis, but like, I don't know. It doesn't seem that great. It's pretty good. Like, if it rolls speed and crit, you're good, but there's no crit damage. There's no, like, sustain. There's 2 kind of deadish stats in the accuracy and the resist, so it makes me sad. So that one I didn't feel too compelled with. The HP slot 2 Will Rune is a prayer for speed. If you don't roll at least twice into speed, it's probably unusable. If you roll 0 into speed, it's completely unusable for PvP. I mean, it's usable for PvE. It's going to be super efficient. But that was my thought there. It's tempting because it's Will, And HP, you know, you can find a use for that, but the odds of it rolling in your favor are so low, I just couldn't go for it. The crit damage is probably the one that tempted me the most, because it has 3 great stats for accuracy, but that resist is so terrible. Like, if you roll once into the resist, congratulations, you have a purple rune. You have a purple accuracy rune. What are you going to do with that? I've got a few of those, and I trash those all the time. So, you know, you're gambling. You're really, really gambling. If it doesn't roll into resist, you did great, and you won your gamble. It's still not going to be your first crit damage rune used in RTA. It might not be your 3rd or 4th, because you've got Violent, you've got Will. It's a broken rune. So roll into speed 3 times, and you use it. Roll into speed twice, and So that was my thought there. The other thought with that one is the crit rate is only at 5, so why isn't it max or over max? Like, the Will rune, everything is max or over max efficiency. The attack rune, everything is max or over max. Why is that crit damage rune under max in one of the good stats? So that was kind of weird. We're just talking about the runes. I don't know if this is interesting, but I found it interesting to think about it. All right, let's go back over here. The Endura Rune is everything's over max. It's a slot 6 defense, which is great. It's got 2 fantastic stats, HP and speed. Resist, you want to avoid it, and the accuracy, you kind of want to avoid it too. Risk reward, Endure's not worth it, so I passed on that. Despair, let's talk about Despair. This rune, in my opinion, is by far the best rune. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh good, I don't have to think about it this month. Because, let's look at it. It's a Despair, it's a legend, everything's over max. It's got 1 dead stat in the resist. The attack and the HP are both grindable. The accuracy is really good on Despair. I mean, think Praha, things like that. Like, there's very few things where accuracy is decent. I mean, Ethna, like, you're going to use it, right? So that's nice. 3 good stats, 2 grindable, everything's over max. Like, everything's over max. You're already over 100% efficiency. And then, of course, I checked my box to make sure I wasn't being crazy, and my best efficiency Despair slot 2 speed is, like, low. It's not good. Makes me sad. So this will find a home. And if it messes up somehow horribly, like quad roll resist, I'm like, ooh, maybe could still use it, but still, yeah, I could re-app it. It's a speed slot 2. I think people tend to underestimate speed slot 2s. Like during some of the events, sometimes speed slot 2 is the best selection because you're guaranteed the speed. What monster doesn't use speed slot 2? Like, go through your monsters. They're all on speed slot 2. So you could use this as a broken set. I don't know why you would, but you could, right? So to me, that's a slam dunk. Lock it down. It's not going to quad roll, you know, in one of the other stats. So you have that little bit of, you know, that little bit of sadness of, oh, I can't quad roll. But you're going to use it. It's going to be played probably forever. So I say pick it, no problem. So that's what I did. Picked it. Let's look at our other goodies. Should I speed it up? Why is it taking so long? There we go. And we picked it. All right, here's our goodies. We'll slow it down. I'm liking the look of it so far. One's Will, one's Despair. That's already better than, you know, Endure. Speed, we'll take it. Yes. And, oh man, yes please, thank you. Yeah, that's perfect. We'll take that in a heartbeat. And then all the other stuff, of course, is just fine. All right, let's go roll that rune, because when I watch these videos, I really want the person to roll the rune. Oh, we should look at stats first. Okay, Verd. So my Verd actually isn't runed quite correct. It's my PvE Verd, but from what I understand, unless they've changed things this month, I haven't looked into it, all your monsters that aren't at 150% crit damage go to 150% crit damage. So this Verd is wasting a lot of stats on crit damage. None of the crit damage stats matter. He's going to be boosted up to 150. So a little bit of a mistake there. He's on double fight shield. I'll show you the artifacts. I like looking at artifacts. Maybe I'm crazy, but that quad additional damage artifact I really like. I'm going to show the artifacts. So, all right, here's Colleen. Artifacts first. Extra recovery. That's all that matters. And I forget what that one was. Okay, so Colleen, I ruined up to 100% crit, so she would go up to 150% crit damage, you know? I mean, that seems reasonable. You wouldn't ruin a Colleen like this normally, but hey, a little bit of accuracy, 150% crit damage. Seems good to me. All right, Bale. We just missed him. I think we'll go back to him. He's on Rage Blade, so 15% crit damage, skill 3. Yeah, we'll take that. And then I missed the other one, but 236 crit damage, 100% crit, some speed. Yeah, it's Bale. 44% accuracy I kind of like, because I was like, maybe I'll need a skill 1, but I don't think it really mattered. All right, Rauk, 87 crit rate. I'd like 100%, but I'm not going to mess with it too much. I mean, he's kind of ruined for the Wind dungeon, the Wind artifact dungeon, and he's at 100% there, so good enough for me. He's on Violent Energy. So that is skill 1 crit damage, because he skill 1's a lot sometimes. And then, what do I have him on here? Nothing that matters. Damage from attack. Received from light, which I guess might matter here, but I don't know. So that's Rauk. And then we got Veligil. I kind of re-runed him for this dungeon to get him more damage. So that's why he's a little bit of a heavy hitter. Heavy hitter. No accuracy. Violent Will still. This one I kind of like, but it's kind of funky for him. And then that one is, what, damage dealt on light. I think I put that on there for him, but it's not a very good one at all. I mean, it's attack, so. All right, here's the rune. Yes. We're going to speed this up a little bit, because who wants to watch a rune fully level up? So let's go to +2. All right, first roll under resist. I actually didn't watch this power up, so that would have made me sad. I came back when it was done. Went and got some coffee. First roll into resist, though. That's not what you want. All right. Max roll into HP. Yes, please. Thank you. We'll take that. Oh, it's starting to slow down. Can we go faster? Yes. 3x. Yes. Let's go. All right. So accuracy, I can't remember. I think that's not a max roll. It was at 10 or 9? Maybe it was. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look. So 1 roll into accuracy. That's fine. A nice high roll. We'll take that. Oh my gosh. It's stuck on the 9. How long was I gone? This took a while. Here's my coffee, though. You can see it in action here. Now we're on the 11. There it goes. All right, so there's the roll. I love it. Like, that's a great looking rune. Got a lot of nice options. That accuracy is so nice. So I grind it up. Wait, let's see real quick. I gotta slow this down. I'm gonna have to get really good at the pausing. So we get a +6. We'll grind that again. But now I've got a choice. I've got a 10 attack and a 13 resist. So something's getting got, right? Is it gonna be the attack? Defense, I think, is a no-brainer into one of these two. So it's really just a matter of, do you want more, like, a pretty good resist roll, right? Like, it's almost 2 full rolls, or a little bit over an attack roll. The resist you can't grind. The attack you can. One of those is becoming defense, probably with my new shiny defense gem, because this thing's really efficient. Like, I need to plug into the optimizer, but we are quite efficient here. We are over a max roll in HP. We're at 2 perfect rolls into accuracy. We're over rolls on attack and resist by quite a bit. So, you know, is the value of the resist worth the attack? It probably is, because the attack would be, I mean, what, 18% attack? And then, what, massive amounts of defense for the resist? I think grindables probably overrule that resist. Because I'm like, oh, I don't want to waste a roll, right? But, I mean, I'd be wasting 5% resist. It'd be trading 5% resist for 2% attack, plus potentially 9%, 10% attack based on how the grinds go. So I think that's kind of a no-brainer. I think I'm going to go defense for the resist, but I have not chosen yet. So if you guys have any thoughts about that, I would love some advice and just perspective, what you guys think. You don't want to waste a roll, but am I wasting a roll by not having attack on this rune? Like, that might be nice. So anyway, let me know what you think. Good luck with the Dimension Predator. I tried to keep it fast and fast forward through things so that it wouldn't take forever, but it still took, you know, quite a bit. So good luck, everybody. Happy free rune removal, and I will see you all next time.